Hey there, Coach Michael Burt. Welcome to another edition of Monster Producer. Every single month, I bring you this content because I believe a monster producer is a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. And this really is a mindset. Monster thinking, monster actions, monster positioning, monster branding, a monster life. Trying to get you to have a monster life. And to have a monster life, I don't know how many times I have to beat this into people's heads, is that your business should be there to serve your life, not run your life. Your business should serve your life, not run your life. But your business has got to give you excess cash at the end of month you can reinvest. We're trying to hire new people, grow, expand, market, do all kinds of things. And without capital, we can't do it. We can't build new greatness factories. We can't hire staff. We can't expand. We can't grow. We can't market. So I got to drive more leads to get my revenue up so that we have more money. And the money can be used for all kinds of things, but mainly it's used for expansion. Okay? As many of you know, I just came off writing my latest book, Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. And listen, to write a book, you end up spending 25 or 30,000. You got to buy X number of copies yourself. You got to pay for marketing and advertising. You gotta promote it. You got to do events. You got to give books away. I mean, I know some people that spend 250,000 launching a book. So it's like a person told me once. It's like starting a new little business. Launching a book is like having a small business. It requires capital. Well, in today's Monster Producer session, what I'm going to show you is that there are two ways of selling in the world. Selling is about getting your revenue up. A customer is just an investor in your business. Have you ever thought about it like that? A customer is an investor in your business. Without the capital, we can't hire staff, we can't grow, we can't expand. So you create customers by solving problems. Well, there's two ways of selling. One is called relationship selling, and relationship selling is where you sell one-to-one through we hear sphere of influence. I mean, if I hear sphere of influence one more time, I'm going to throw up. Your sphere of influence is only so big. Your network is only so big. So once you've sold to your cousins and your friends and the people you went to high school with and your college roommate, you got to find revenue by selling to strangers. And so you can relationship sale, which we teach in Monster Producer because that's critical. That's the hit list, the farm club, the top 25, the net promoters, the connectors, the climbers. But then there's a whole new way of selling, which is called attraction selling. So in this program, I'm showing you how to attract large amounts of customers to you. Today, I bet 5 leads came into me through Facebook of complete strangers that were sending me private messages of somebody out there in the world said, man, I need a coach, and I've been watching your podcast or listening to your videos or highly recommended by people I'm asking. These are strangers. That 5 times 5 of what people are paying in Monster Producers, $25,000 through Facebook today. What if you had 100,000 people coming to you? What if you had 1 million people coming to you? And if you just sold them something for $1, 1 million people at $1, you made $1 million. So today we're going to talk about monster attraction. So the overview of this course is really this. Topic, monster attraction. Overview, learn how to attract large, not small, large amounts of opportunity to business to you. Not small. Small is me selling to my cousin. Small is me selling to just a very small, limited group of people. I got to sell to the masses. I didn't get this for a long time. I remember having a business that an investor was looking at investing in, and he asked me how we're going to sell it. And I said, man, we got a selling system. Hit list, farm club, top 25, sphere of influence. And he looked at me and he said, oh, that's great for proof of concept. That's great to sell 10 or 20 of these things. I want to know what's our plan to sell 1 million of them. And you can't sell 1 million of them to your friends. You got to sell to strangers. And that was the first time a guy really called me on that. So, man, you think ain't big enough. So I'm trying to teach you this. So you're demonstrating capacity from today's course in the podcast and in the online academy is this. The monster, which is you, identifies their point of view of what they're really selling and distribution systems to attract new opportunity. It's one thing to have a point of view. Monster producer's a point of view. Now I got to shove it out to the market. And I shove it out through Facebook, social media, LinkedIn, blogs, Snapchat, online platforms, live events, database blast, podcast, books. I mean, look at the number of ways we're shoving that thing to the market. So when we come back, I'm going to show you how to attract large amounts of people to you by having a point of view, because we believe having something to say is just as valuable as having somebody to say it to. So before I teach you this, take a second right now and write down what you think your point of view that you're selling really is, because it may not be compelling enough. It may not be interesting enough. It may not be big enough. And we got to get you thinking big and talking bigger and acting bigger for you to be a monster producer. Let's take a break and then we come back. Hey, this is Coach Michael Burt, and have you ever been to a retreat where you got to get away from the pressure of the world and just talk business, talk ideas, but also mix business with pleasure? You see, a few weeks ago, I spent time in Seaside, Florida with some of my good friends, and man, I had so many breakthroughs. I was able to reinvent, reimagine my business, and I said, I have got to create a way for people to come together and go on a retreat with me. So we've developed a super retreat with the Super Coach, September 23rd through the 26th, or September 27th through the 30th. Seaside, Florida, 4 days with me and other like-minded people. We'll mastermind in the morning, we'll spend time by the pool drinking margaritas and having fun in the afternoon and going to dinner with each other at night. $2,500 investment, that includes your lodging and the mastermind and your lunches. And then we spend the rest of the time working on your business. Now here's the deal, I can only take 10 people at each of these nice big houses. Everybody gets their own bedroom. That $2,500 includes 2 people. If you like to bring a friend or your spouse, come to Seaside with me in September and go on the super retreat with the Super Coach. And I promise you, you'll have the big ideas you needed and the refreshment you needed to finish the year strong. Welcome back to Monster Producer. Every month I do a condensed version of Monster Producer. If you get to sit in on the live session, you get 2 hours with me every 30 days. Weekly accountability sessions with me, not somebody else. 6 to 8 hits where we bang on you during the month. And for the people that are online, they get a shortened version like this, a Monster Producer. And then if you're out there in the world, listen to Monster Producer, thinking about being in the program, you need to quit thinking and you need to get off the fence. Because we show you how to have a monster business. What we really do is show you how to be bigger than you. See, for a long time I was small. Just me. Working out of my home office. No staff. Now we got employees. Now we got media. Now we got production, systems, structures. Now I love listening to my team. This Michael Burt Enterprises. They're on the phone all day. They're banging it out. They're solving problems for people. So today I'm showing you how to attract a large number of people to you. I wish I would have started this way, but I didn't. I started small because my thinking was small. I wasn't a monster when I first started. I was just a scared former basketball coach that didn't know how to go out and build a business. And I had to learn, okay? So now I'm taking everything I learned over the last 10 years and I'm giving it to you. The purpose of any business is to create a customer and show a profit. Your business is not successful if it doesn't show a profit. That means excess cash at the end of the month, left over, after you have paid yourself, everybody else, and your taxes. End of discussion. Just making it is not successful. Just getting by, not successful. Just barely being in the black, not successful. Successful business gives us extra money. We generate that revenue by using our monster ability to solve unique problems for customers that we enjoy working with, that value us in the form of compensation and referrals. Everybody see that? We generate revenue by solving problems, by using our monster ability to solve their problem for people that we love working with who compensate us in the form of compensation and referrals, okay? So let me give you some steps in monster attraction because I've given you the 2 different types of selling, relationship selling attraction selling. Okay? Step one, got to become famous. Do you believe money follows attention? Do you believe money follows energy? Do you believe money follows circulation? Money follows activity. If you do, then first step is to become known or famous for something. Become known or famous for something. So a guy calls in today and he said, man, I have asked everybody. I said, I need a business coach. And man, people have fought for you in this market like you can't believe. I said, you got to become famous for something. What if you become famous for the results you get for your clients? What if you become known for getting some extraordinary result? What if you become known for knowledge or skill or desire or confidence? So step one, and I want you to stop right here and ask yourself this question. What am I known for? Are you known for being lazy? Are you known for not following up? Are you known for being late? Are you known for doing drugs? Are you known for, what are you known for? Famous means known or celebrated, renowned, known for. Step one of attracting people to you is you got to make up your mind, we got to become famous. We got to get more attention. And I know what the world taught you, don't get attention, but trust me, they were wrong. Some of the things your mama was wrong about, man. She just didn't know what she was teaching you and coaching you on. Doesn't mean she didn't love you. She just told you the wrong things, okay? My mom is not a businesswoman, okay? And you know, she's a nurse and a great nurse. But she ain't running a business every day. She's not running a business to show profit every day. She's not doing what I do every day. And I said, Mama, I got to get more attention. You're not going to like it sometimes. She got on to me yesterday. She said, don't post those pictures of that fancy house you're staying in L.A. I'm like, I worked my whole life to be able to stay in a house like that. Listen, I've stayed in enough Best Westerns in my lifetime. I ain't doing it anymore. Why you think I work like I do to be able to stay in a house like that? Guess what, Mama? Other people want to stay in a house like that too. You know what I said? They need to work a little bit harder. People criticizing me, saying more about them than they are about me. They secretly want to stay in a house that big. So number one, you got to become famous. So becoming famous means I become well known. And I become well known through what? In this world, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn. But it ain't fake. Instagram, Snapchat, it's real. I'm becoming famous for something. Hopefully the results that we get. So there's two funnels people are coming in, relationship selling, and they're coming into one-to-one. But here's what you got to know. There's a lot of current of the urgent that people are moving through. They're moving so fast that you have to have high touch and high frequency. You have to have high touch and you have to have high frequency. So I want you to think of this. I'm becoming known or famous for this. This is my reputation. I'm going to take my point of view, which is what I believe. It's really the start of the explanation of service in some way. And I'm going to push it out to the market in as many ways as I can so that I become more famous. The reason I have to push it out to the market so much is because my potential clients are in the current of the urgent. An object in motion stays in motion unless acted on by an outside force. So I got my message, which is step two, drive up my attractiveness around what I believe. I've got a valuable and distinct point of view that is different than everybody else's, that is for them, not me, and I am shoving that out to the market. So I want you to stop right here and ask this question. What is my message around my core beliefs? I believe everybody needs a coach in life. I believe a monster producer is a legendary creature. I believe in speed to action. I believe in looking different and running faster. I believe in attracting versus chasing. I believe in $1 million follow-up. Those are all my points of view. Now my job is to share it to the world. So stop right here and ask yourself, what is my point of view and how am I shoving it out to the market? Let's take a break. And then when you come back, I want you to tell me what your point of view is. And then I'm going to show you how many places you can distribute that point of view to the market. My name is Coach Michael Burt, and I have a very basic premise. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Every single week I come to you, multiply your life and your money and your business. It's about seeing something through to its logical conclusion. It's about going from a little baby star to a big star and practicing and getting better and digging in and fighting through. I see work as the distribution channel for your God-given talents. How many people believe behind every great number one is a great number two? I wrote that little book called Changing Lives Through Coaching because I believe what? A good coach can change your life. We're talking monster attraction. I remember the great Jim Rohn saying this: to attract other people, we must become attractive. What that means is you are in possession of something other people want. Knowledge, skill, desire, confidence, likability, connectivity, networks, energy. You have specialized something that other people want. It's almost like in the movie The Founder. He talks about increase the supply and the demand will follow. Isn't that interesting? Increase the supply of something and the demand will come with it if it's a good product or service that other people are interested in. I believe that. I increase supply, and what's happened is my demand is increased. We've increased the number of videos we put out. We've increased the number of sessions we do. We've increased the number of monster producers. We've increased, right? I've increased the supply, not the demand. And the demand has come right along behind my supply. So once you got a point of view, I want you to share it in this way. So I got my point of view. My point of view is everybody needs a coach in life. Monster growth. Don't play small, play big. You can't go big if little got you. These are all my points of view. Now I got to share them because I'm only looking for people looking for me. I'm not chasing people. I'm sharing my point of view and I'm seeing what? Who's interested? I share or distribute my point of view through events. And what I mean by events are showcase events where I'm maybe speaking or partnering, edutainment. Events where energy is coming together, where I get to share my point of view. 2, social media. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, which is a huge one for us today, podcast. I'm basically taking my point of view and banging on it. Like today I did $1 Million Follow-Up. We had 700 people watch it. I could see the day there's 7,000 people watching it. Right? I see some people share their point of view. They got 4 people watching. I remember when I had 4. Then I went to 40. Then I went to 400. You understand what I'm saying? But having something to say is just as valuable as having somebody to say it to. So what I'm trying to do is attract people to me. Don't miss that in this show. What I'm trying to do is bang out my point of view to as many people as I can, and people go, hey, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested. And we separate out the sheeps and the goats. There's some people going to be interested and some people not. They're pretenders from the non-pretenders, you know? So when I'm thinking about this concept, I'm sitting there going, what is my point of view? Is it distinct? Is it differentiated? Today I was coaching monster producers in accountability, and you know what they told me? They're not pitching their services to new people. Everybody, I had 10 people on there. Every person said, I'm not pitching my services. I'm like, man, you got to fill the pipeline. So I fill the pipeline through events, social media, video, podcast, blogs. Okay? And I take my point of view and I shove it out to the market. And then people come in and say, I'm interested, which are leads. Then I run them through a filter. Are they enlightened? Are they interesting? Am I interested in them? Will it be a vested partnership? Will it lead to a collective passion? And all of this initiates the selling cycle. So I'm really combining attraction selling with my selling system. Because once I attract Jack in my funnel, because of my content I pushed out, because of my point of view, Jack says, man, I like this guy. I'm interested in him. He's in possession of something I want. What's he in possession of? Well, he's known or famous for taking small business owners and making them bigger than themselves through a program called Monster Producer. So once Jack comes in my funnel, then he goes on my hit list. He's a suspect. I have a conversation and share my explanation of service. If he's interested now, he's a prospect. I work him 7 touches through my farm club. He commits, now he's a client. I onboard him correctly. I move him to Net Promoter quickly. I keep loving on him until eventually he's one of my biggest advocates, my top 25. Those top 25 send me 3 to 5 referrals a year. I get 75 new opportunities out of my 25 people. Jack started on my hit list because he was attracted to my point of view, and he came in the funnel, and we pushed him through and closed him. Everybody see that? Man, that's good. That's good stuff, Jack. So what if I don't have a point of view and I don't shove it out to the market and I'm just out there banging my head against the wall trying to sell something that people don't even want? Right? And here's the issue. They may not even know they need it. They don't even know it can help them. Right? If they don't know it can help them, what's your job? Shove it out to them until they get it. Right? And one day they come to their own conclusion, man. This person, this woman, this man can help me. And then it initiates a sales cycle. Now, here's the last part of this. Once you're onto something, like we created Monster Producer, I had a point of view, what a monster is, created a structure. Now it's about getting as much attention as we can for the structure. Right? Then once I get proof of concept, there's 111 people in Monster Producer. Then it's about how do I license it, sell it, franchise it. How do I increase the sales team for it? How do I speed up the close to get more people in it faster? And how do I place it into a system of efficiency? How do I place it into a system of efficiency, right? And I make it a fluid machine. And that, my friend, is what we cover in Monster Producer this month. So here's the demonstrated capacity I want to leave you with. The monster, which is you, creates or identifies their point of view. Because you can't attract people to you if you don't have some bait. Something attractive that the market would be interested in, and you outline the distribution system in which you will distribute that point of view. Social media, database blasts, blogs, everything, events, any way that you can tell the market. I believe a monster producer is a legendary creature, guys. Combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. I want you to stop right now, and I want you to finish this course by absolutely deciding two things. Number one, what is my point of view that I'm sharing with the world? Is it attractive? Is it distinct? And number two, how many ways can I pump this puppy out to everybody on planet Earth and attract more people to me? I can't take 1,000 meetings today, but I can do a Facebook Live and meet 1,000 people. Everybody with me? I can't coach 10,000 people today, but I can do a Facebook Live and hit 10. I can't hit a database that's got 10,000 people on it. All I'm trying to do is attract those people to me. I believe everybody needs a coach, guys. Thank you for letting me be yours.